Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeremy Kaiser, and I'm a senior at Hunters Lane High School. Also, I'm an ambassador for marketing and business. I know many of you here today have had the chance to visit our schools. So I'm going to tell you how my day began. This morning, the final bell rang at 7:05. I had to hurry to get to Ms. Thomas's accounting class. I made it to my desk just in time, turned on my computer, and started my lesson for the day. You see, our days at Hunters Lane High School don't start with teachers taking attendance, morning announcements droning over the PA system, or waiting for tardy classmates to get the lesson started for the day. We learn in a blended learning environment where technology is incorporated into every lesson and every class. We get to study subjects at our own pace. We don't have to ask teachers for makeup assignments for any days for whatever reason we might have missed. Sick days, you know what I mean? We get to use the latest and greatest technology available to us like we will when we go to college and begin to work in the real world. Our schools have been transformed. Teaching and learning in Nashville doesn't look the same way it did 10 years ago. And it's not just technology and blended learning. It's not just technology and blended learning. It's teachers are no longer stuck in one subject. My teachers are constantly helping me with other assignments for other classes, working together to develop projects, and making sure I understand the big picture. You know, the big picture is a forest between the trees. The forest represents not just education, but the high school experience itself. And the trees, well, they're the individual areas that make up the forest. 10 years ago, teachers might have only helped you in what they had their degree in, but now teachers conform and come together so we see the forest as a whole, not the trees by themselves. In all of our classes, we use blended learning and technology. It's a tool that many students in our generation use on a daily basis. It makes learning more relevant. Reading, writing, and arithmetic aren't the only things we learn, though. We also learn how to communicate, how to be responsible, how to work as a team with students and adults. We're pushed to think outside the box. We use critical thinking skills every day. We learn these vital skills that are essential for us to be successful. Thank you.
What I instead focused on is a very simple but profound idea. The idea of opportunity. It's at the heart of who we are as Americans. It means that no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, if you work hard, if you live up to your responsibilities, you can make it in America.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can't hear y'all. Good afternoon. Hello. My name is Giovanna Hobart, and I am a junior at Maplewood High School, where pride, dignity, and excellence paves the road to success each and every day. I am a part of the Academy of Business and Consumer Services under the focus of business management. Change was the slogan of President Obama's 2012 campaign. And the American way of getting an education is rapidly changing, especially in Metro Nashville public schools. I come from generations who have attended Metro schools, and they always ask me questions like, "What's going on in school, little one?" And they are surprisingly shocked at my answers. They express that they never had the opportunities that I have. For example, next year, Maplewood is transitioning our business management pathway to marketing and entrepreneurship, and even opening our very own incubation center where students can start their own small businesses. As my parents sat there listening to me rant and rave about my school's accomplishments, they realized that today's education process is different and much more challenging than yesterday's. My school experiences are different because teachers are allowed to be flexible with their classrooms and teaching styles. For example, they email us on weekends about assignments and ways to improve our projects. They are no longer just our teachers. They are our friends and mentors. Students and classmates have stronger relationships because we have common interests. We are no longer grouped by race, social class, clubs and organizations, or even religion. We choose the people we hang out with because we have similar goals and plans for our futures. Even the culture of the building has changed by becoming a place of greater opportunity. Learning isn't limited to the same old boring classroom. Instead, we are encouraged to experience life outside of the classroom through job shadowing, internships, and field trips. Our experiences are completely different in schools. While some of you here in the audience may have had some boring days, we have much more fun days. And I think the change happening in our metro schools needs to be modeled across the country. Thank you.
We have made progress when it comes to education in America. Right now, our high school graduation rate is the highest that it's been in 30 years. The dropout rate has been falling, and for example, the Latino dropout rate's been cut in half over the last 10 years.
Buenas tardes a todos, mi nombre es Valeria Sánchez Lucas y yo soy estudiante de último año en la escuela secundaria Glencliff y soy parte de la Academia Ford de Empresas e Innovaciones. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Valeria Sánchez Lucas and I'm a senior at Glencliff and I'm part of the Ford Academy of Business and Innovation. As you could tell, I have a very diverse background. And being from Glencliff High School, I attend a very diverse school, where there are more than 160 different countries represented among my classmates. But it is the impact of business partners like Ford in the Nashville community that have further diversified my high school education. Take, for example, my sophomore year. My classmates and I boarded the school bus around 8 o'clock in the morning to go to a field trip to the Second Harvest Food Bank here in Nashville. We planned to spend the day volunteering our time and packing boxes of food for our community. But it wasn't the fact that we were doing something good in our community that made that difference that day. It was the impact of one Ford employee named Michelle. Michelle is an idle business professional, goes to work in a suit every day, manages meetings, and delivers outstanding presentations. She's the kind of person I want to be when I grow up. Well, sorry, it's because I'm kind of shy. Okay, she's the type of person I want to be when I grow up. But on that early morning, 3 years ago, she was one of us, dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. We were all equal. It didn't matter that we were only 15 years old. It didn't matter that some of us had never had a job before. It didn't matter that later that day, we would probably go back to school that afternoon and sit in a math class. We were equal. Ford and Academy partners from across the city take time out of their busy schedules to make a difference in our lives. People like Michelle have inspired me to help my community, even though I'm still in high school, through clubs and organizations. And that's why we're here today at Trevecca Nazarene University to celebrate the work that has been taking place over the past 10 years. You have made Nashville one of the best places for a high school student. Thank you.